tonight, we focus on the biggest issue facing Netanyahu, presuming that he really does in fact form a coalition. Is there any way, short of war, to stop Iran from breaking out and building not just one nuclear weapon, but an entire arsenal? And if there is no other way to protect Israel from a nuclear 9/11, is Netanyahu actually prepared to go to war with Iran, even if he has to go it alone? Tonight, the Rosenberg Report looks at this urgent issue from three entirely different vantage points. And we begin with the exclusive interview I did with a longtime Netanyahu confidant and top cabinet minister who's going public with a sobering warning. Tzachi Hanegbi, you have been one of the centerpieces of Israeli political life, being in the Knesset since 1988. Your family goes deep in the roots of the center-right movement here, the Vladimir Jabotinsky movement. And you've been a member of the security cabinets and the cabinets and all kinds of incredible positions. So I want to go into a conversation with you on Iran. Prime Minister Netanyahu has just had this huge comeback, a stunning return to victory after being removed from office twice. And my take on him is that he sees himself as Winston Churchill up against President Obama, now President Biden, who I think it's fair to say he sees as closer to Chamberlain than Churchill. Israel faces a second Holocaust if Iran gets the bomb. Do you have any confidence that President Biden, the nuclear deal, the 2.0 version that Biden has been negotiating and pushing Iran to do you believe that would stop Iran from the pathway to nuclear weapons?
The administration said that they want to achieve a new agreement, a longer and a stronger agreement. This is not happening and probably will not happen. If there will be some kind of a longer and stronger agreement, we will have to review it. But when it comes to really signing the same agreement that was terrible to America, to the world, to Israel, doing the same mistakes all over again, it's not something that will satisfy us. What we have learned in the past, that if you don't put on the table a credible military readiness to confront, to go forward with military action against nuclear reactor, nothing is going to happen. So we had this experience already in 1981, when we were begging the world to prevent Iraq from having the nuclear reactor. Nobody did anything. We had to destroy it. In 2007, I was the chairman of the Foreign Affairs and Defense Committee of the Parliament. And the Prime Minister called me, Olmert, and told me, I'm going to meet the President and I'm going to reveal to him what the intelligence of Israel...
President George W. Bush at the time.
And he came back and he told me, they're not going to do anything. We will have to do whatever is necessary. And the same thing goes with Iran. Everybody understands, nobody takes action. And the agreement is only giving legitimacy to Iran after the agreement will be expired to go forward with its plans. So we go back to square one. If nobody is doing anything, if the world is paralyzed, somebody has to be the leader, and Israel will have to take leadership.
Okay, you have known Benjamin Netanyahu for at least 35 years. You guys entered the Knesset the same year, 1988. That goes back a long way. You've served in his cabinet. Tell me what you think he's thinking right now as he starts to come back into office. He's been friends with Biden a long time, but they don't see the world the same way. They don't see the region the same way. Help evangelical viewers understand what Netanyahu's thinking right now.
Netanyahu came back to office, I think, mainly because of his recognition that time has come for a decision, that it's going to be probably one of the most radical decisions ever made, or profound decision ever made by an Israeli leader, and he's ready to be the one making the decision.
The decision to do what?
To go forward with the military action against the Iranian facilities. The Iranian
So just
nuclear
to be clear,
facilities.
you think that it's more likely than ever that Netanyahu feels that we've crossed a point of no return, that a military strike is the only way?
If and when Iran doesn't comply with the agreement, Iran goes forward with enriching uranium. Iran's and United States and the 5 permanent members of the UN Security Council do not reach a longer and stronger agreement, if we will be left alone for the decision. We can decide to surrender. We can decide to live under a nuclear umbrella of a crazy regime. Netanyahu will not surrender. He will do whatever is necessary. I'm convinced. I spoke to him many times about it. This is what's going to happen.